She ate my donut.
I didn't touch her donut. I ate my own donut. She did that herself. She wasn't paying attention. She was distracted by the camera. This was your work. I didn't touch her donut.
You touched my donut?
Prepare to die.
Good morning!
Happy Monday, guys!
We'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah,
We'll make it better. I don't know. It is what it is right now.
How was your weekend?
We have our coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee. Get yours if you don't already have it. Thank you guys who have been tagging us on Instagram and in your Instagram stories, showing you with your coffees.
Watching the sister show?
Watching it.
That puts the biggest smile on my face.
We love it.
It makes me so happy.
We were texting last week and like, did you see this one? Did you see that one? It's so fun for us to know that you guys are watching it and enjoying it. We love that. Yeah,
we really, really do. I loved
the one, and I shared it, of the sisters.
Sisters watching the sister show.
That was cool. We liked that. I am currently eating an apple donut.
I ate mine already.
I was busy setting everything up while she sat here and ate a donut. But it's fine. You're pregnant.
That's my job. Speaking of me being pregnant, y'all, you guys are so sweet. How many comments of concern for my comfort in this chair have we gotten?
I mean, I've got my balls nailed to the wall over this. Angie, you really should get your sister a more comfortable chair. She picked these out.
Right. We picked them out together.
It's fine. I'll take the blame.
These chairs are not uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. However, there is an approximately 3.5 pound baby in my uterus that kicks and moves. She's not like stationary. So if you see me moving and adjusting and, you know, it's because my daughter's in there kung fu fighting and I'm just trying to keep her from punching me in the bladder more than absolutely necessary. So I really am comfortable. I promise.
So it's not my fault?
No, it's not your fault at all. We can 100% blame Ruby for any appearance of discomfort. That, and you guys, if I sit still in one position for too long, body parts start falling asleep. Now I'm not just talking about my legs. Like I gotta keep the pelvis like
the lady bits go to sleep.
Rotating.
That's the weirdest feeling in the world. When the
really
lady bits go numb, you're like, did it fall off?
What's happening? Donut. I feel like you need to finish that donut before we can like actually get into.
Why don't you tell them what is new with you this week?
Okay, well there's something new this week that's new as of today. So my second son, his birthday is actually next month, but what he really wanted for his birthday was a kitten. He really, really wanted a kitty for his birthday. And I just happened to see on Facebook yesterday, a local person had free kittens.
Yeah, I saw her comment on the post. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw the person who posted, we have kittens, and I saw her comment, oh, can we come by on Friday? And I was like, sister,
so
no.
Not only did Wyatt get his birthday kitten a little early because they were ready to come home, and I'm not gonna
make him wait.
Yeah. Mama may have also gotten.
So you got not one,
two. Dos kitties.
Dos gatos.
Dos gatos.
You are also a loco. What are their names?
Fitz. Leopold Fitz. It's a character from Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And James Tiberius Kirk, captain of the USS Enterprise.
We're nerds, y'all. By the way, we're nerds, in case you didn't know that.
Nerdy.
We love Star Trek and Star Wars and all the things.
And all the Marvel things, yeah.
All the Marvel things, yeah. My car is named Tony, so I get it. And you are a better mother than I. Because I want approximately 0 more pets. My children are like, can we have them? Nope. Mm-mm.
We don't have dogs. Cats are really easy to take care of.
I hate cats. I love my cats, but I will never have another. We were just saying this the other day, like, if we ever get more animals, it will not be cats. No, you guys know. If you watch our vlogs, you know what's been going on in our household with the peeing and such. They get to stay because we brought them in and we love them. But when they're, then we are no more cats. Yeah, at least dogs serve a mild purpose. Protection. They watch over the kids. They bark. It keeps away robbers. Cats just lay around and judge you hard and harshly. They just lay around and look at you just like they think you're the worst thing that ever happened, and they don't even know why you exist. You love those cats. They don't love you back. You know that.
This is true. I am fully aware.
Okay, as long as you just... Somebody is going to be so mad that I'm talking bad about cats.
Yes. Prepare for the storm of comments.
It's the truth. Cats.
I'm a cat person.
But you're a cat person. But cats aren't like, I'm a human person. I like humans. No, they're not. No, they're just like, I tolerate her. They tolerate you.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
It's a one-way street. So we're going to try to break this up a little bit and do some different segments. So I thought what would be really fun, in an effort for you guys to get to know us a little bit better and us to have a little fun, is to do some rapid fire questions.
You should know that the thought of rapid fire questions fills me with anxiety. So
I love it.
Because I like to think about things before I answer them.
Nope.
But I don't get to do that today.
Nope. So
I really hope these are easy questions.
We're going to do just like 5. Are you ready?
All right, let's do this.
What's your favorite thing in your closet right now?
Oh, I know. The Pee in the Pod maternity leggings that you gave me.
Oh,
so comfy.
Okay. Hold on. I just need it.
She's going to show us.
Ah.
I really want these. These
My
are the
leopard
Steve Madden's
flats.
from your favorites video, huh?
The leopard flats. Love these shoes so much.
I really want them.
What's your favorite movie ever?
I don't have a favorite movie ever. That's the honest truth. I honestly do not have a favorite movie. I don't.
Could you give us a couple, like something to go off
of? I like the Marvel movies. I like Gone with the Wind. I like musicals. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. That kind of. I'm just not a huge movie person. I don't have a favorite. What's your favorite movie ever?
You know the answer. My husband's trying to FaceTime me right now. Let's just do this.
Let's do it.
We're filming.
I found your comment of the day.
Okay.
Comment of the day, you guys.
Did you text it to me?
I just texted it to you.
Great. We'll use that. Thanks so much for your help. Okay, bye.
Deep cleansing breaths.
My favorite movie ever. You know my favorite movie ever. How are you acting like you don't know?
Is it Steel Magnolias?
Duh!
Okay.
I have a child named after a character of that movie. You better spill my coffee. Steel Magnolias. I know every word.
It's a great movie. I haven't watched it in years, though. Well, I need to rectify that.
Okay. Describe yourself as a teenager in 3 words. This is good for today's episode, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Are those your 3 words?
Yeah, that's going to be it.
Oh, my
That
gosh.
was more an exclamation of distress over trying to figure out 3 words, but that's really appropriate. Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Fragile, dramatic, and sarcastic.
Yeah,
That's I used the sarcasm to protect from the other things. It was a whole thing. What's your biggest pet peeve?
People who chew really, really loudly.
I think the studies have proven that that's actually like a thing.
It is. It's a thing.
It's like,
but if I can hear you across the room, there's no excuse. There's no reason for that. All right, what's your biggest pet peeve?
I've been asked this question before, and I don't actually have a really good answer.
To be fair, I actually have like a mile-long list of pet peeves. That's just one of the top ones.
Oh, see, and I don't know. My biggest pet peeve is when people ask you a question and then don't listen to your answer. They either start playing on their phone, walk away, just
talk over the top of you,
just ignore you,
yeah,
and don't listen to. They ask you a question and then they don't actually listen to your answer. I think that's like my biggest pet peeve.
That's pretty annoying.
Like, just don't even ask if you don't.
Why bother?
Know. Why bother? Okay.
One more.
Here we go. Who would play you in the movie of your life?
Kirsten Dunst.
That's good. I've always thought you guys like resembled each other. So for me, not because we necessarily look alike, but just because I would want her to play me, is Bryce Dallas Howard.
That's a good choice.
Ron
I
Howard's
like her.
daughter.
Yeah.
She's got red hair, pale. So that's probably the extent of our commonalities. Yeah, she's a little sassy. I think if I was going like personality-wise, I would want it to be Kristen Bell. B is hilarious. Love her.
That would be a good
Love
choice.
her.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to be talking about teen marriage. Now,
getting married young.
Because we both got married young.
Mm-hmm.
So we can speak to that a little bit. I think a lot of people don't know, Ashley got married as a teenager.
I did.
And so that's something that you've talked about a little bit on your channel.
Very, very briefly.
Yeah,
because
so I think a lot of people missed it.
I should clarify. I did not get married to Peter when I was a teenager. I was married before Peter and I were married.
Yeah.
So,
and that's not something she's talked about a lot.
it's one of those things like, it's not really anybody's business. Not that I'm not open to sharing some about it, but,
right.
You know, in the interest of being respectful, I'm not handing out details and
right
left and right. But there's some stuff we're going to touch on.
Yeah, so we just want to talk about a little bit today, like what our experience has been getting married young, because I think in today's society, getting married before the age of about 30 is kind of seen as like getting married young.
Yeah, but we were 22.
I was 21 when I got married.
Oh, were you 21? That's right, because you
21.
got married the same year I did.
So we just want to kind of touch on that. And then it's also going to catapult us into next week's episode, which was another one that was requested from you guys, was for us to talk about our marriages and like how we keep our marriages strong.
Yeah.
And so we thought it was important for us to talk a little bit about like the foundation and sort of the beginning and all of that this week.
Before we talk about 13 years of marriage and 7 kids. And
right. So you kind of know where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you jump in and tell us a little bit about your experience getting married?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because, like I said, I don't think it's right or fair to really give a lot of details.
Yeah.
It's not.
Just more or less whether or not you felt like the decision making was like you made good decisions and that kind of thing. Because I think that's what a lot of people think.
Here's the thing. We had examples in our life of women getting married young. Our grandmother was 16 when she married our grandfather, and our parents were 18 and 21 when they got married. So for us...
And they're still married. Our grandfathers passed away, but they were married.
They were married, and our parents are still married. So for us, it didn't seem actually all that abnormal to get married young, even as a teenager. So kind of idealistically, I thought, if they can do it, we can do it too. I was actually 17. It was 12 days before my 18th birthday, so my mom had to go with us to the courthouse to sign the marriage license, which, as a mother now, I'm like, how did she do that? Because I'm not sure in this situation I would have been quite so ready to agree. But she did, because she knew it was kind of my choice, and 12 days this side or the other, it was going to happen. So, and we were married for 1.5 years. And the fact of the matter is, could we have made our marriage work? Probably yes, because it's not like there was any abuse or anything like that. However, neither one of us had the maturity to do so.
And you wanted different things.
And we did. That was the biggest thing, was that I think we both had very different visions of what marriage in general and our marriage would look like. And we didn't communicate about those things ahead of time. We were young and we were in love and we were idealistic and we're just going to get married and everything will work out. But unfortunately, when you have people with 2 very different life goals, it can be really, really difficult to kind of reconcile those differences, especially if you have someone like me who was not a great communicator, not great at speaking my mind, saying what I wanted, saying what I needed, which is a lesson learned for mine and Peter's marriage. That's actually been a really important thing, is learning to communicate those needs and those values. But I won't pretend that I wasn't equally as at fault for the failure of our marriage. It's not like it was on any one person, but we were young, we were immature, we didn't know how to communicate with each other, but most importantly, we just had different visions of what marriage was and what it would be for us.
Yeah. And it's funny because I got married at 21, and when I remember when I was 19, my mom took me to Cracker Barrel for lunch for my 19th birthday, and we got out of the car and we were walking inside, and she made a joke about how, like, you know, on my 19th birthday, I was married and already had 1 kid and pregnant with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I thought that I would be a lot older when I got married. I guess I thought that I would be the one in the family who, like, waited to get married, waited to have kids. Yeah. And that's just not what ended up happening. Sierra and I ended up
getting married young.
Pretty much right away.
Yeah,
we were married for not quite a year when I got pregnant. We got married in August, and I got pregnant in May of the following year. So we were married for a little while, but not long. Okay, so let's look at this. We pulled up a little chart about marriage, like age of marriage. So it looks like in 1950, the average age of marriage was 20.
Same in the 60s.
Same in 60s. 70s, it bumped up to 21. So in the 80s, when we were born, the average age of marriage was 22. And this chart went to 2017. And in 2017, it jumped all the way up to 27.
Yeah,
being
and
the
it's
average.
It's a steady climb the whole time. It goes up basically by a year every 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, so people are getting married a lot later in life, and they're definitely having kids a lot later in life. And I think that's kind of the interesting thing. So Ciara and I always say, like, pros and cons of getting married young. One of the things that we see as a pro was that we grew together. Now, we've known each other since we were 13. We didn't start dating till we were 17, and then we broke up for a few years in the middle there. When we got back together, we were 20 or 21. No, 20. We were 20.
You got back together and got married within a year.
Yeah, very quickly. Well, because once we got back together, we just knew, like...
You'd already been through the beginning stages of a relationship.
Right. We knew, like, if we were getting back together, it was because this was for the long haul. And so we felt like one of the things that we value, I guess, about the fact that we got married young was that we grew up together. We didn't have these... like this whole life that happened before the other person. Right. We just have sort of done everything together. All of the maturing, the mistakes. That's both good and bad, because that also means that your mistakes are almost like being taken out on the other person. Yeah. Like the bad things that you go through as you figure out who you are and what you need, and you're trying to let go of all the things that you were raised with or that society told you about how you should be and who you should be.
And what your marriage should look like.
Yeah. And, trying to shed those things while in a relationship with someone else can mean that... I saw a quote that I thought was so good. If you don't heal your past wounds, you'll bleed all over people who didn't cut you. And I think it's kind of
preaching some truth there.
I think that's like very applicable. Is that like you'll take your past hurts and you'll just take them out on someone else.
Absolutely. And I can absolutely say that happened in the early years of my marriage to Peter. As I was still in a mindset of past hurts from my first marriage, and I would put my first husband's intentions and actions or whatever onto Peter when that wasn't the truth.
Right.
So, yeah, for sure.
And like you said, talking about your expectations for marriage, family, things like that. Like I communicated with CR that I knew that at some point I wanted to adopt. And I needed to know that he was on board with that. So, like, things that you know or my kids know that they want for their lives, to be able to communicate that with a person, to make sure that you're at least somewhat on the same page.
I think one of the other cons, and I use that word loosely, is that the way other people look at you and your young marriage can be discouraging. Yeah. It can be discouraging.
And they don't take you super seriously.
Right. What do you know? You're just a baby yourself. Yeah.
Or they give you the worst advice, which is what people do when you have kids or get married young, is, well, you just wait.
Oh, you just wait.
Just wait until you've been married for this many years or that many. And I'm like, way to make it sound like such a...
Right? Like, is your marriage that awful? Or your kids that awful?
Yeah.
How about, like, oh, just wait until you reach this stage. I just spit. Just wait until you reach this stage because it's so exciting and it's so much fun. Right. And instead of being encouraging, people can be incredibly discouraging. Look, don't let anyone despise you for your youth. It's in the Bible. It says that.
I don't know. Sometimes I despise young girls with no wrinkles.
But that just because you're young doesn't mean you can't have wisdom.
Yeah, because you're young doesn't mean you're dumb.
Exactly. I'm curious, what did you think when I got married at 17?
I don't know, because I don't want to use his name. I liked her husband. I didn't have any problem with him.
He was not a bad person.
I thought it was a very difficult, there was a lot wrapped up in that time period. There was a lot. Mom and Dad were moving across the country. I was dating CR. I just started dating CR, and my parents were moving me 3,000 miles away, so I was a little wrapped up in myself. And it also all happened so fast.
Yeah,
and
it did.
There was a lot going on in our home at that time. But once you guys were married and I would come over and visit you at your house and stuff like that, I was never like, this is a nightmare. What's she doing? Like, I never thought that. I always liked him. And I never had like any, in fact, I should find that. I found a letter he wrote me. Did I tell you that? I found a letter he wrote me when I was going through all those boxes. At first I thought it was a letter from CR and I started reading it. And it was from him, and it was, I think, around the time you guys got married. He wrote me a letter, and it was a very nice letter. And one of the things he said in it was something about, like, how I shouldn't let CR get away, that he was one of the good ones, and I shouldn't let CR get away. So I didn't end up reading the whole letter because I opened it on camera when I was filming.
Oh, I did see that. What?
Yeah.
Pregnant brain. Can't remember anything. I did see that.
But, yeah, so I didn't, it wasn't like I was over here thinking, like, she's nuts, whatever. Like I said, y'all, our grandma got married at 16. Our parents got married at 18. My Aunt Debbie got married at 15 or 16.
She was 16.
16. It wasn't anything. We grew up in the South, and at this time we were living in Oregon. And so out there, it was like...
super weird. Yeah.
People were like, what the heck? But it wasn't that weird to us.
Yeah.
I mean, you hadn't graduated high school yet. That was the only part that was weird to me.
No, I think I graduated after.
Yeah, I mean, you got married and then graduated high school a couple days later.
Yeah.
That was the only part that was weird to me.
Yeah.
Was at graduation when they were like, Ashley, and I was like, that's not her name. But yeah, that was weird. Next week's episode, we're going to talk about our marriages now. We're going to talk about like ways, sort of practical ways that we work to keep our marriages strong now. What that looks like for us and what that looks like with having a lot of kids and things like that. Because that definitely, we're not the kind of couples that take weekends or even a whole lot of date nights and stuff like that. So we definitely, I think it's good to share, to talk about that a little bit, like how we keep our marriages strong when they don't get the traditional, like you listen to someone talk about marriage and they'll say, we have, like Rachel and Dave holidays.
Standing Friday night date night or,
yeah,
whatever.
People will have like a standing date night or like every 2 months they go on a vacation, just the two of them or, whatever that is. And that's awesome if you can do that. That's
for some of us, it's not practical or feasible, whether that's financially, whether that's because of, lack of local support, family, friends to help with the kids. There's lots of reasons why. Or maybe
y'all, and this is something I know that, maybe you have special circumstances in your home. If you have children with special needs or things like that, that don't allow you to just call a babysitter.
Yeah.
So there are definitely circumstances where the typical response of what to do, date night, vacation, that kind of thing, isn't really possible. So we want to share about that too, like how we keep our marriages strong when you don't have the typical lifeline that other people might have. All right, guys, so that's it for this week's episode. I know this was a little more of a serious topic than what we've done in the previous 2 episodes, but we want to balance and, we want to have fun and laugh with you guys, but we also want to talk to you guys about serious things that are important to us and matter in our lives, because what are we doing here if we're not encouraging and building each other up and sharing our experiences with each other?
And we want to hear your experiences.
Yeah.
Did you get married young? Did you receive
how old were you when you were married?
I love reading through your comments and seeing the similarities and the differences. Like, it's just really cool to see the community of women, and our collective experience.
Now, speaking of community, we have had a few people actually request that we talk about maybe potentially opening a Facebook group or something for the sister show so that you guys can connect with each other.
That would be
as
cool.
well as not just connecting with us, but connecting with each other. So we have a few ideas in the works. If that is something you are interested in, please let us know in the comments. Do you want to know about like a sister show community in some facet or another? There's an app that we've looked at as well that we can use. So if that's something you guys are interested in, please let us know, because we would love to do something like that. Because it's just, you connect with us by watching us. We connect with you in the comments, but it would be so great if we could all connect.
You guys could connect.
And you guys could connect too and find community and things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, let us know in the comments below. We need a commenter of the week.
Jennifer Hout. I'm assuming it's Houghton.
Yeah, it sounds like Houghton.
Yep. All right.
Or Houghton.
Maybe.
Because
Houghton.
Julianne Huff is spelled that. So it could be Houghton or who.
Houghton.
I don't know. Jennifer H.
Jennifer H. We are shouting you out today. I actually have the time slot as appointment, so everyone knows I'm busy. She's talking about the time slot for the sister show. That is amazing.
We love it.
I
love
love
it
that.
you've scheduled it into your phone so you don't miss the sister show. That means a lot to us, doesn't
It's
it?
dedication.
I feel special.
I know, I feel loved.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. That's what
Share the love.
Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys again next week. Bye.
Bye.